Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first annual Live from the Spire live streaming experience. We are so thankful to have you here with us tonight. Back in December, we asked you to support our new live streaming system here at the Spire Center. Our goal was high, $25,000, and you guys supported us in a little over 6 weeks. You helped us raise our goal, $25,000. Thank you so much for your support. We'd also like to thank our staff for tonight. Woody Bavoda on lights, Gary Sholin on audio, and Dot McDonough on the broadcast. We are also so excited to feature our friend, our dear friend, Sal Baglio, here tonight in our first Live from the Spire experience. Sal will be joining us again a little couple of months from now, June 26th, here at the Spire Center with his band, the Stompers. Make sure you check out that show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Sal Baglio.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, folks, there's nothing wrong with your television. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. You're about to participate in a great adventure. So nice to be here at the Spire. This is a beautiful venue. And it happened to be the last gig that I did in March 2020. So it's fitting to be here tonight. I want to thank everyone, the crew, and the Spire for inviting me. So I imagine that most of us met at a Stompers show a long, long time ago. Joanne, she tried so hard, she put heels on her feet. She's abandoned her sneakers now, walking a brand new beat. She's got a transistor radiological mind. She keeps it playing in rock and roll time. Billy, he's living in the past. He thinks he's James Dean. He's driving around so fast, searching for his midnight queen. We all believe him, it's all in fun. He believes it 'cause he's number one. And it's so hard when you're restless. You live your life on the run. Well, all we really want is some American fun. We go cruising down the alleys. It's hard to let you know just how I feel. 'Cause we love and we fight, but we will never let go. And we're in love with the music on the radio. And it's so hard when you're restless. You live your life on the run. And all we really want is some American fun. I see her standing there. She's dressed right in her jeans. And I smell her perfume in her hair. She's my American queen. It's so hard when you're restless. You live your life on the run. All we really want is some American fun. All we really want is some American fun. All we really want, some American fun. That's an old song from a long time ago. I wrote that in my folks' house. I was still living there, and it was a random stream of consciousness, you know, about America, about rock and roll, about sneakers and shoes and guitars and radio. You know, I didn't sit down to particularly write that song. It was just a stream of consciousness. And the drum beat was lifted directly from a Beach Boys record, if you didn't know that already. A song called Don't Back Down. The girls dig the way the guys get all wiped out. Yep, lifted it right from Brian Wilson. So, you know, some scribe decided that American Fun was somehow related to Bruce Springsteen. And so there were a bunch of people who liked him, and so they said, yeah, that song is like that. And there was a bunch of people who didn't like him who said, well, we don't like you either. And you know, you shouldn't really listen to writers all that much. You should just listen to the song and make up your own mind. Anyway, and hey, I gotta say thanks to Adam Sandler for picking that song up. Well, I don't know, like 40 years after I wrote it, and he put it in a couple of his movies. Thank you, man. Here's some new songs for you. If you're of a certain age, you're going to relate to some of these new songs I have. This particular song is called The Boy in the Viewfinder. Now, if you're too young, you may not even know what a viewfinder is. It's not an app. You know, it's a real thing. You know, you looked inside this 3D world, and it was a wonderful form of escape. This is the story of a lonely boy whose head was shaped just like a pen. Nobody ever really paid him much mind, like he was not there, and who was to care? The boy was born with 7 eyes. Now this was genuinely rare. He didn't like math or to concentrate. He loved to dream and stare. He heard music there. He dreamt his way could he find his way back home? La 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 la. Danger, Will Robinson let him in. Maybe Davy Jones will let him sing. La 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 la. It was Christmas he received that gift, and when he took a look inside, he found a world that he was welcome to, and then he learned to fly. He disappeared, goodbye. And Dr. Smith is lost in space. With the Beatles' lunchbox he made his escape. La 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 la. Then Superman gave him his cape, and the man from Uncle sealed his fate. La 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 la. Did you ever have a secret plan that no one else would understand, and kept it for a lifetime and a day? Wishing wells and counting stars, motion sick in the back of cars, an eyelash wish to go to Mars and stay. Maybe come back someday. When it was time to go home again, no one had known where he had been. La 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 la. 007 secret agent man, it's me, I'm going, catch me if you can. La 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 la. When the clock strikes backwards and you're spinning around, and you wake up back in your hometown, everybody that was gone will be back around when we go home again. And I will see Aunt Mary and my brother too. The radio in the kitchen sounds just like new, and the good guys playing all the hits for you when we go home again. And we'll see all of our friends the way they look back then. It will only be that way for a day when we go home again. And my dad will be there, and his hair will be thick. He'll show me some chords, how to hold the pick. And he won't get older, and he won't get sick when we go home again. La 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 la. Grandpa and Barney Brass, Cousin Johnny taking photographs. Ma's made supper now, hurry fast, 'cause we are home again. song is like a what if you could actually go back. It's a fantasy that many people have. Many people have written about it. When the clock strikes backwards and you're spinning round, and you wake up back in your hometown, everybody that was gone will be back around when we go home again. Arnie Ginsberg, the guy with the swinging show, down in Boston, Mass, he's the guy that the kids all know. If you're feeling good, he'll make you smile at 1510 on your radio dial. Arnie Ginsberg on Wimex Radio. Long, long ago, long ago. If you grew up around here at a certain time, then AM radio played a big part of that. It's a big part of my musical DNA, along with my dad, who played guitar, my grandfather on my mother's side, who was a drummer, a singer, a band leader, vaudeville type of guy, man. He was great. My brother, my older brother, played in rock bands. You know, it was 64, 65, and I was a little kid, and it was just hearing that music come out of that strange glowing box on the kitchen table with a dial, and you had to go up and down the dial to find some song, you know. And there it was, some beautiful screaming British rock and roll tune, our American. And you know, and you heard the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, the Kinks, and all that. DC-5 next to the Byrds, the Beach Boys, Bob Dylan, next to Frank Sinatra, next to Ray Charles, next to whoever, man. You know, pop, country, jazz, standards, rock, and all of that stuff gets mixed up. You know, like an Italian gravy. You know, you throw it all in there and you mix that baby up. We call it gravy. Anyway, and it makes a nice rock and roll stew, and you know, and WMEX and Arnie Ginsberg, who I just sang his theme song. You know, they were a big part of that. From these parts, if you, I'm sure you remember. In fact, let me. Like summertime, you know, summertime when you're young, I mean, summers just seem hotter. The sun feels stronger. You know, where I grew up, if it was real hot, they'd come and they'd open up the hydrant, and you know, that was the local pool. You ran through the hydrant. You know, and what did we know? That was a beautiful thing. Just play that #1 record from 1965. Tune it into 1510 on your radio dial. Then run to Central Music Shop. Take it home, turn it up, and play. Summer Dazed. Well, there's a groovy, whirly jukebox just a-waiting down at the spa. And my big brother said that he will drive us there in his car. Chasing girls from Sacred Heart, pitching cards in the schoolyard. I got a Lena. Okay. Summer Dazed. Well, the whip truck's here for 25 cents a ride. That was a flatbed truck with a chain link fence around it and an amusement park ride in the middle of it. They brought it to our street. The whip truck's here for 25 cents a ride, and the watermelon man shouts, and everyone gets a slice. I meet you at the corner store, Roy's. Cards for spokes, punks, cokes on a chaise. Summer dazed. Record store, record store. Wintertime 1964. Gone to Central Music, my brother and me. Everything's a memory. Black diamond strings, black diamond strings. Gonna Hollis Music to buy them things with my dad on a Saturday in the spring. Oh, la 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 la. Horsey ride, horsey ride. Come on, mama, give me a dime. In front of Woolworths in the summertime. Record store, record store. I'm 13 and going to the record store. September 1970. Everything's a memory. Everything's a memory. Everything's a memory. And you don't see record stores anymore. I wrote that song on my 59th birthday. I woke up, had a cup of coffee, I put the guitar in my hand, and that song just spilled out. But it's for everybody. Everybody. Everything's a memory. It's for everybody. Yeah. You know, if you fell in love with rock and roll and music, you know, record shopping and radio was all part of that big romantic feeling. And some of the songs that were just, I'm going to play a few songs that were important to me and by some of my favorite writers. You know, I said earlier I grew up in East Boston. It was an alien planet over there. And in the early 60s, right around the corner from where I lived was London Street. And then a couple of blocks from there was Liverpool Street. So now, you know, you're a kid, you're a 9-year-old kid, 8, 9 years old, and the whole British invasion thing is happening, and there's these streets named after, you know, London, Liverpool. And it was crazy because Liverpool Street still had cobblestones on it. It was just a beautiful thing, and it had such a beautiful vibe. And this song by Ray Davies and the Kinks, whenever I heard it, it used to make me feel like I was in England, like I could feel it, I could smell it, I could just dirty old river must you keep rolling, rolling into the night. People so busy make me feel dizzy. Taxi lights shine so bright, and I don't feel afraid as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset. I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo sunset's fine. Terry meets Julie, Waterloo Station, every Friday night. But I am so lazy, I don't want to wander. I stay at home at night. And I don't need no friends as long as I gaze on Waterloo sunset. I am in paradise. Every day I look at the world from my window. Chilly, chilly is the evening time. Waterloo sunset's fine. Millions of people swarming like flies round Waterloo underground. But Terry and Julie cross over the river where they feel safe and sound. And they don't feel afraid as long as they gaze on Waterloo sunset. They are in paradise. That's just a beautiful, beautiful song. Yeah, summer of '66, of course, you know, the Beatles came to East Boston. You know, it was a big deal. You know, they played Suffolk Downs and in August of '66. So you can imagine the hysteria in that little town. It was a beautiful thing. Of course, my older brother went to the show. I had to stay home. You know, I was 9, but he did bring me a program. You know, and I heard all about it. But earlier that summer, in June of '66, my brother says, run down to Central Music and get the new Beatles record that's out. Okay, what's it called? Paperback Ride or Rain. All right. Gave me some change. I ran down Central Music. Paperback Ride or Rain by the Beatles. He says to me, you want to hear it? Because back then, you know, they'd play a little bit of the record for you. I was like, nope, not necessary. And If the rain comes, they run and hide their head. They might as well be dead if the rain comes. If the rain comes, when the sun shines, they lift into the shade, sip their lemonade when the sun shines, when the sun shines. Rain, I don't mind. The weather's fine. I can show you that when it rains and shines, it's just a state of mind. I can show you, yeah, I can show you rain. I don't mind. The weather's fine. The weather's fine. The weather's fine. Summer of '66. Woo. 9. So 66, I don't know. Was I in the, I remember one time I was in the 5th grade, or maybe the 6th grade, and the 5th grade teacher, I told her that I told her that I was a songwriter, and she played me on it. She said, "Oh yeah, you want to come and play for the 5th grade class?" You know, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, okay." So next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. So now I had to go round up my gang. Next door was Joey, the drummer, and I had to find a guitar. You know, I wasn't going to borrow my dad's. My brother played bass, so I found a kid in my class who had a guitar that was handed down by someone in his family, and he said I could use it. So I took a little Silvertone amp that belonged to my dad. I borrowed this guitar, and my buddy Joe brought his drums, and we went, and we were like, what are we gonna play? And we just made stuff up on the spot. It was probably sounded like improv prog jazz or something. You know, I probably was just going la 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 la. I knew a couple of chords, and I feel a lot like that right now in a way. I'm just making stuff up as I go, and I hope you're enjoying it. It's great, man. I mean, I knew then what I was going to do, what I wanted to play this music, and so you just dream it, and you make believe until it's real. That's basically what it is. That's like manifesting dreams. It's like manifestation. I decided we were going to go there and play. We did. We had a ball. The teachers put their fingers in their ears. The kids all screamed and laughed and had a ball, and you know, and we just kept on doing it until we were here. Great. I talked a lot about the British invasion, but you know there was plenty of American music that was really important to all of us. One of them was, of course, Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys. Around that same time, 65, like that, I used to go home after school and put on the Beach Boys live, Beach Boys in concert record, and 64, 65, like that. And I would, you know, both my parents worked. My older brother was off doing other things, and so I would put the record on and I would lip sync and air guitar to it, and just have a ball jumping around, just out of my mind, you know. And then fast forward a bunch of years, you know, playing with the Stompers, and we end up doing some dates with the Beach Boys. And you know, it's very surreal. It's like a rock and roll fantasy. I was once in my living room lip syncing to these records, and now, you know, we're in a band and we're opening these shows, and then, how wonderful was this? Carl Wilson says to me, "Sal, you want to come up and sing during the encore? Right after Good Vibes, we're doing Barbara Ann. I'd like you to come up and sing." And there must have been such a long pause before I answered him that he said, "You don't have to if you don't want to." And I said, No, I want to. It's just kind of surreal. And I began to try to tell him this story, but he had to run on stage and play. Anyway, a true rock and roll fantasy come true. There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to, in my room. In my room. In this world I locked out all my worries and my fears. In my room. In my room. Do my sighing and my crying, lie awake and pray. Do my dreaming and my scheming, I laugh at yesterday. Now it's dark and I am alone, but I won't be afraid. In my room. In my room. One of the greatest American writers ever, Brian Wilson. Whew. Beautiful. let's move up a little bit. This song takes place around, it takes place in 1977, but maybe, you know, when people think of decades, the 60s, 70s, they usually think from mid to late, you know. With the 70s, you think, oh yeah, disco and punk. You know, maybe 74, you know, Watergate. But, you know, the early 70s, right, like 70, 71, there was still like a hippie hangover going on. And, you know, you're 13 and 14, you kind of get in a little bit of that hippie hangover. Like in Boston, there was still some head shops. And, you know, you go downstairs, it smells like Nag Champa, you know, they're burning incense, and there's black light posters everywhere. Ooh, look at that, you know, and patchouli, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And it's just so cool. So it was kind of the 70, 71, 72, just before the second British wave and Glam and Bowie and all that stuff happened. There was that in-between piece. It was still kind of, like I said, it was like a hippie hangover. So one summer day, a friend of mine says, Sal, I got this little tiny orange, very, very tiny, teeny orange tablet. You should take a quarter of it and let me know what happens. So he gives it to me, and it's very small and kind of impossible to do a quarter of it. And so, boop, I popped it into my mouth. Nothing happened. So I take a train to downtown. Still, things are pretty good. I get off at Park Street, right outside of Park Street Station. I'm starting to feel what I describe as kind of in a loving mood. And, and this wonderful feeling in my chest is starting to happen. And I'm like, what it is that whatever amount of speed is inside this orange sunshine, it's starting to kick up, and I've got like this crazy, wild, warm energy happening. And if you remember this, there were Hare Krishnas outside dancing. Ching, 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 ching. And they're dancing, and they're flowing, and they're jumping, and they're running around asking for money. And they're dancing, and I'm feeling this thing coming on. Bush, bush, ching, 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 ching. I start dancing with the Hare Krishnas. And Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare. And it's right outside of Park Street Station. And all this stuff is happening. And I'm feeling okay. I'm in control. I get on the train to come home, the Blue Line, State, to Maverick, when things got a little strange. And so for the next maybe 16 hours or so, the world looked a lot different to me. And I was 14. Anyway, this is called The Summer We Wore Clogs. Maybe you were there. I hope you were. If not, then this will tell you a little bit how it is. Orange sunshine, ripple, sunshine ripples through the trees, and we were the pink pagans of the summer. We wore clogs. People hung out of windows, smoking cigarettes. You could hear fits of laughter from dancing marionettes. that break heart Ziggy turned all of us on candy. Knew everybody in the band. Bobby lit the bong, and we went parading. Junior banged the drum. Lights were bright, everyone was alive. That summer we wore clogs. People hung out of windows, driving round in cars. Everyone was singing, yeah, that summer we wore clogs. Yeah, we all went to the garden, patchouli and cigarettes. Does anyone remember laughter? We will not forget the summer we wore clogs. Happy to say I made it back from that, but it took a few weeks before I landed on the ground. Anyway, it was a great time, great music. There was so much great music, you know. And then after Led Zeppelin, Humble Pie, and all those great groups there, then came what I feel, even though they were from England, another British wave came, which was like, Bowie and Bolan and all that great. To me, it was just rock music, pop music. They gave it a name. They called it glam. Remember all those kids in their platform shoes. They were singing Jean Genie in '72, watching the midnight special on a Friday night. The New York Dolls, T-Rex. All right. Glamorama. This is for the high school girls who screamed for more, shouting Rebel, Rebel back in '74. Circus Mag, Boone's Farm and Weed, Alice Cooper, Mott Slade, Lou Reed, Glamorama. She vowed we were about to go out, steady. All the while she was being wowed by Freddie. Saw the Hoople in '73, we were ready when the lights came down. This is for everyone out there left alive who dug Fox on the Run in '75. Now all their kids are learning licks from a rock and roll record by the Peppermint Kicks. Glamorama. Looking at the yearbook page, thinking back on yesterday. All your hair is turning gray, and there ain't that much to say. It's okay, that song is faded out. Not everybody made it out, and I'm thinking about you. Oh. Shag 72. Speed of light, the speed of sound. Turntables turned around. There's a band underground coming up for new light. It's all right, the record starts to play. Bolin has gone away, and I'm thinking about you. Oh, whoa. Shag 72. From outside a plastic tomb, outside the electric womb, when the girls were nuclear and the bands were truly gear. Oh dear, now the song repeats and plays, looking at the yearbook page, and I'm thinking about you. Oh, oh. Shag 72. Yeah. So, when everything shut down a little over a year ago, you know, it was supposed to be for 2 weeks, and it seemed kind of like a novelty at the time. Of course it wasn't. It didn't turn into that at all. But I said, well, I'm going to write a song a day, and then when it's over in a couple of weeks, you know, we'll just get back to whatever's happening. Of course, that didn't happen. So I wrote and recorded a record and put it out September of 2020. It's called Music for Abandoned Amusement Parks. And although it has nothing to do with the times that we're in or anything that was going on, the feelings around it, I guess, you know, were about loss, abandonment, joy, sadness, fear, all wrapped up in the beauty of carnies and abandoned amusement parks. So I'd like to play a few songs from that record. Arise, arise, today's the day, the carnival arrives. The carnival arrives. Arise, arise, today's the day, the carnival arrives. Like the perfect birthday gift unwrapped before our eyes. Hurry, hurry, let's all scurry for our favorite rides. And at midnight fireworks illuminate the sky. If you're looking for me, you know where I'll be. Funhouse mirrors, looking at you through. Funhouse mirrors, changing my view. Oh, I saw you for the first time, looking at me in funhouse mirrors. There we stood at the gate, but we just could not wait. We jumped over the wall into the carnival, and you look so beautiful and so unusual. I saw you standing there. in funhouse mirrors, looking at you through funhouse mirrors, changing my view. Oh, I saw you for the first time, looking at me in funhouse mirrors, funhouse mirrors, looking at you through funhouse mirrors, changing my view. Oh, I saw you for the first time, looking at me in funhouse mirrors, funhouse mirrors. Funhouse mirrors. All right. This is from that record as well. This is about a fair in the city. At the city fair on Saturday night now, Candy Apple Girl. I saw her standing there with her hair up behind now, Candy Apple Girl. So I moved on over in her general direction, thought I'd take a whirl. Oh, Candy Apple Girl. Well, she caught me looking at the corner of her eye now, Candy Apple Girl. She said, I got a few tickets, wanna go for a ride now, Candy Apple Girl. I took a hold of her hand at the old time dance, a promenade and twirl. Oh, Candy Apple Girl. Hey, hot damn, she took me on a roller coaster, Candy Apple Girl. She learned me real good not to be a big boaster, Candy Apple Girl. She's sweet as sugar on a cherry plum pie, an ice cream peppermint swirl. Oh, yeah. Candy Apple Girl. Woo! Yes, sir. Always loved carnivals, and because on the outside, right, it's all fun and lights and joy and rides, but on the backside is some real interesting lives. I worked as a carny with a two-headed girl named Peg. She used to drink and carve her name into my wooden leg. Harold was a junkie. Said he shot dope with Jesus Christ. I said, you're better off alone, man. You can get off twice. He said, just before I'm half past dead, hammer a nail into my big block head. Prop me up on a stage like a rock and roll clown and send me off to Gibson Town. Yeah. I prefer the face of strangers if they're quiet and kind. Those who do not fit and have been left out and left behind. I once tried to fit in. All I got was stuck. Now I'm old. I just don't give a fuck. When I die, don't bury me. Drag my ass to that dogwood tree. Sing a song and dance about. And send me off to Gibson Town. When I die, don't bury me. Drag my ass to that dogwood tree. Sing a song and dance about. Leave my bones here in Gibson Town. It has been a pleasure to be in this beautiful venue and singing to you out there, wherever you are. It's a strange world we're in. I look forward to the day when we're all in the same room together. Until then, I want to thank, once again, everyone here at the Spire, the crew, and a long time ago, when I was star boy, we played on the moon, hopping the lorry to Alpha Centauri, transmitting satellites, tuning in tunes. A long time ago, when I was star boy. We danced on the dunes, and summer heather just went on forever. Untethered, we left too soon. Isn't it time to get back? Isn't it time to get back? We can never go back. A long time ago, when I was star boy, I heard a butcher's broom sweeping the sidewalk, and from a window a radio playing in my room. Isn't it time to get back? Isn't it time to get back? But we can never go back. Isn't it time to get back? Yeah, isn't it time to get back? We can never go back. Isn't it time to get back? Oh, isn't it time to get back? We can never go back. We can never go back. It's been a treat and an honor to share these songs with you tonight. This is my rock and roll love letter to you. Thank you all. Come on now, turn it up out there. Dear sister poet, dear brother poet too. These tears that words on make me wanna be with you. I need to spend my body, I'm a music making man. No page can release it like this amplifier can. Hey, this is my rock and roll love letter to you. My rock and roll love letter to you. I'm gonna sign it, gonna seal it, gonna mail it away. I'm gonna mail it today. Yeah, I must be crazy to express myself this way. But there ain't much romance living in the USA. This guitar is a blessing, this piano is a muse, electricity's a devil with a 20-amp fuse. This is my rock and roll love letter to you, my rock and roll love letter to you. I'm gonna sign it, seal it, mail it away. I'm gonna mail it today. Hey, hey. Hey, mama, papa, your boy's doing fine. And this energy you gave him keeps on trying to unwind. I see an ancient rhythm in a man-genetic code. I'm gonna keep on rock and roll until my genes explode. This is my rock and roll love letter to you. My rock and roll love letter to you. I'm gonna rock it, reel it, mail it away. Yeah, I'm gonna sign it, seal it, mail it away. I'm gonna rock it, gonna reel it, gonna mail it away. Hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna mail it today. Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. In my mind and in my car. We can't rewind, we have gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put all the blame on. Put all the blame on